them under a single, easy-to-use SDK. So there's so many projects happening, we can't always pick the project that's going to be the winner. So instead, what we're looking for is the projects that seem to be furthest along, and we're integrating with these projects first, but trying to design our platform to be modular so that other projects that provide similar services could later be plugged in their place. So we have several service layers: identity, payments, communications, storage, databases, and computing. Those are the things we talked about earlier. And as you can see here, underneath each service layer, we've listed some potential projects that we would integrate with that are helping to provide these services. And each of these projects may have a token of its own. So we're also providing the ability to swap between these tokens underneath the hood automatically, so that users only need to worry about a single medium of exchange, in this case MFT, or the mainframe token. And the swap between that token and all others that is incentivizing this system and making sure that it's working properly would take place without the user having to worry about it. Another thing that an app developer could do is they might want to create a token economy of their own. So the app developer might want to offer a DApp coin, what we call a DApp coin. So DApp stands for decentralized app, and a DApp coin would be some kind of token that this app is using to incentivize behavior in its own system. And in that case, if a developer wanted to offer a DApp coin, they would only have to use that coin, and then that coin would be exchanged automatically for MFT and any other token that was necessary to fuel the underlying projects that power this platform. Okay? It's also interesting to point out that when we're providing some of the tools that we will be providing for engineers to easily develop on our platform, we will be implementing some of these tools in the platform itself. So I have here platform dApps. Those would be things like our Onyx messaging tool, also our marketplace where developers could deploy apps of their own, where people could review the apps that they like, and where you could build your dApp. So we have a few important dApps that we call reference dApps. These are dApps that we're building to help us test the platform to make sure we can find any bugs that might exist in the platform, engage with the community, and also demonstrate the kinds of things you can build on the platform. And one of those is Onyx. This is a messaging tool where we've built already the download, and we'll be releasing future versions of this tool that run in a fully decentralized fashion. We also have other reference dApps we're brainstorming around right now. And finally, I want to emphasize that it's important for us to have good documentation. We want to make sure this is the easiest platform for any developer to build decentralized apps on. Those of you who do actual software engineering may know that in this space right now, in the blockchain space, building a decentralized app is nearly impossible. There are some apps that exist, but they're not fully decentralized, and they're operating in some kind of hybrid mode between blockchain and existing Web 2 technologies. And they're also very difficult to build. It's almost like you have to build 3 or 4 startups before you can build a startup that you want to build when you're building an app right now. So it's kind of like in this new space, it's almost like we're back in 1995 when you wanted to build a website and you didn't even have a server yet or all of the software that you would use today to build that. So it's a very early stage, and we're trying to fix that and make it easier. We're going to be supporting various platforms, including mobile platforms and desktop platforms. We're also supporting various development languages, starting with JavaScript, but moving on to the languages that you may be interested in. So if you do have certain things you would like to see, we would love to talk to you. We're already working with a few private partners and reaching out on various channels to our developers, and we'd love to hear from you. And as I was saying, we have a few different apps that we're already building that will allow you to review and publish your own dApps as well as communicate with other people. And we'd love to hear more ideas about dApps that you would like to see. So we really can't do this without you, and I'm going to turn the time now over to Matt, who's going to talk more about this.
Awesome, thank you. So, quick show of hands. How many of you are developers? How many developers in the room? Woo! Man, we got one excited developer. How many want to be developers? Okay. Nobody wants to be a developer. Sorry, Carl. Got to do your recruiting. Okay. So what we're doing is building a platform for developers. We want to make it very simple for developers that are already in blockchain and developers that maybe haven't come into the cryptocurrency blockchain space yet. We want to make it very easy. We talked about developer bliss. And so we'll talk about a few things that we think will make your life as a developer or your friends that are developers, make their lives easier when they're trying to build applications using blockchain technology. So one of the things, obviously this is a very ambitious project, and we want to be very transparent about what we're building, and we also want to enlist your help because we can't do this alone. And so we've launched on our website our roadmap. So you can go to mainframe.com/roadmap and you can see exactly what we're working on and our challenges and what's upcoming. Now, one thing about roadmaps is, especially as what we're doing is a very ambitious project. We're reinventing the internet, essentially. And so if someone asked you, okay, how long will it take you to go and buy dinner at the store, you can probably give a reasonable estimate. You know where to go, you know how to come back. What we're doing is like hacking through a jungle with a lot of unknowns and lots of variables. And so on the roadmap, you'll see these sort of diagonal lines leading to our end goal with different milestones and points along the way. So we're trying to convey that we're learning. This is an ambitious project. And we need your help to help us solve some of these questions. Another thing that we're doing to try and increase transparency and get your feedback and your input is what we're calling roundtables and show and tells. So every week we'll have a mainframe roundtable where Carl, our VP of product, Kaylin, and all of our engineers we'll be talking about what they're working on that week and talking about some questions and challenges that we're facing. So everyone's invited. This is a public forum. You can see it's on YouTube. So everyone can join and ask questions and get a technical update on what we're working on that week. And also on a monthly basis, we'll be doing a show and tell. So it's nice to talk about things, but what we found is that the way to help people understand and kind of catch the vision of what we're building is to show them. And so this is where we'll show demos, or we'll walk through some code that's been written. Maybe a new wireframe of a new dApp that we're working on. So monthly we'll be doing these show and tells. So you can go on our website, join our blog, and you'll get updates as to when we're doing these roundtables and show and tells. And we'd love for you to participate. We'd love for you to be involved in this community. The other thing, so again, we're building this platform where we want you as developers to come and build with us. We've done some excellent, we've put a lot of work into some of the apps already that we've built. Onyx, for example. And these are a couple other examples of applications that we're working on. But we'd love where's our developers again? Over here, these are developers, right? We'd love for the next application out of Korea to be right here. And we'd love to showcase the applications that our community is working on and showcase those with us as part of the applications that we have in our suite. So again, this is an invitation for you as a developer, all of your friends, come and build with us. Now, before we end, I'm going to show one more video that shares a little bit of what we've been working on lately. We've been very busy. We were here in March, and we've done a lot since then. So this is, it has Korean subtitles, so you should be able to follow along. But just to give you a glimpse of all of the things that we've been working on lately.
One of the ones I'm really excited about actually is Chinese. It's
Mainframe.
Mainframe.
Mainframe is the partner.
Awesome. So thank you. First, before we end, we have a couple other things before we end, but I wanted to open it up for questions. So does anybody have any questions that you'd like to ask? In Korean, in Korean is fine. We can do translation too. So any questions?
원상 원자 불러오면